Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again. Real Ken's TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this afternoon's video, if you will. 2:51 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, and I got to give Master P his flowers, man. I've got to get Master P his flowers. You know, I don't agree with everything that P does. I don't agree with certain, certain things that he says or what have you. Not necessarily what he says, but how he goes about doing certain things. But one thing I will say, one thing for certain, two things for sure. In my humble opinion, Master P's the coldest to ever do it. He's the coldest to ever do it, man. He's what you call a real CEO. Now, the reason I say so, it's no slight on anyone else. But think about it. You have never heard anything bad about P. Now, you've heard, he didn't pay his artist, or, he got away with some money from the record label. That's business. You see what I'm saying? You got to give and take with business. But as far as like everything that's going on with the Diddy situation, I'm one of the few people that I give Diddy the benefit of the doubt. We haven't seen any criminal charges. And even if you do see criminal charges, that don't mean you did it. Was he into some freaky activity or whatever? I don't know. Probably. But that don't mean that it was with another man. It's crazy how the world just, once things start to go bad for you, everybody just, it's like, starts to shovel dirt on you. You know what I mean? Here, I got my shovel. Here, I got a shovel too. You see what I'm saying? Diddy was beloved for years. Now, I'm not saying that, people didn't think that he was a jerk or what have you, but Diddy was beloved for years. Now, all of a sudden, he's a meme. He's a joke. Everybody's laughing, and this guy's a billionaire. This guy's a pioneer in the game. But because some allegations came out, keyword allegations, now ain't nobody fooling with Diddy. That's why people's like, oh, well, where's his friends at? Nobody's speaking up. Stevie J, Young Jock, he spoke up a little bit, but you don't hear the Jay-Z's, the Dr. Dre's, all the industry people that he was around. Everybody's silent. Everybody's silent. So I know you may be looking at this saying, well, what does this got to do with Master P? It all kind of correlates together. Reason being, you never seen P with Diddy. Yeah, they did a cover of Forbes magazine way back in, 99, 98, 99, I want to say. I think it was P. Diddy, Master P, and Russell Simmons. Ironically, two individuals that their names have been involved in major scandals. Now, when I say their names, speaking of P. Diddy, obviously, and Russell Simmons said, the hell with this, I'm gone, man. I ain't got no time with this, for this. I'm already in my 60s. I ain't got no time to be fighting no criminal cases. Sell all my assets, give me a few $100 million, liquidate it, I'm gone. You never heard anything about Master P. And I'm going to tell you why. P never really hung out with celebrities. I often wondered back in the day, man, I don't never see P with nobody else. You see him with his brothers. You see him with his No Limit Soldiers. You see him with Big Boz. You see him with the guys that he came up with, the guys that he grew up with. You never even seen P with Birdman or anybody off of Cash Money, and they from the same area. P, it seemed as though he kept a very, very tight circle. He never bought into Hollywood. Never. Think about it. Whenever you seen Master P with any other celebrity, now, he does his certain tours, the Master P master classes and things like that. So he may link with celebrities now, on some business. Or when he has a birthday bash that he has coming up, I think May 1st or what have you. We got like Lil Boosie, Lil Webby, Plies. We got some special guests that show up. But you never ever seen Master P in the clubs. You never seen P hanging out with other celebrities. Never. I can never think of a time other than the people that came up under his tutelage. Now he kicked it with Snoop. Well, Snoop signed to No Limit Records back in the day. But with that being said, you still never seen P in the club. You never seen P in the strip joints making it rain and throwing all the money. And he had money before any of these guys. Your Diddy's, your Jay-Z's, your Dr. Dre's. P had that bag. That major bag. So yeah, they've passed him up now as far as network. But guess what? They can't pass his mind up. They can't pass his ideas that he has. So one would say, well, Kens, I don't know about that. I mean, P, he had the television network he was trying to start, Better Black Television. He has his clothing line. He has his shoes. He has a whole lot of other things that never really took off for him. Well, that's an excellent point. Respectfully. Never really took off for him because P didn't play the game. P didn't rub elbows with the people that could have gotten him, okay, listen, you do this, here, we're going to make sure that this business idea works. We're going to make sure, he got it from the mud for real. Like, P genuinely got it from the mud. A lot of people say, oh, man, I got it from the mud. No. It's not to knock Jay-Z, like I said, Diddy, any of these guys. But P's really about ownership for real. Think about it. How many years did people think that Diddy owned Ciroc? Come to find out, he never even owned that. The people use his face, his image, his influence to get their liquor company really off the ground. Master P has been independent from day one. From day one. So it's going to take some time. The Rap Snacks, they just now starting to really, kind of take off. The cereal that he has, the Snoop cereal, the partnership that, him and Snoop formed. You see that Walmart is essentially trying to sabotage their deal that they have with him because they're not putting the cereal out on the aisles. They're putting them in the back, keeping them buried in the back, so when customers is like, hey, we look for the Snoop cereal, all right, we're out. We don't have any. Come to find out, y'all got plenty. You just never put them out on shelves. So there's so many things that P has tried to do over the years that it just didn't work out. It didn't come to fruition. It wasn't because he's not a hustler. It wasn't because he's not a businessman. But you have people that are at the top, they'll shut all of that down. They won't allow you to go to the next level. You don't see that with Diddy. You don't see that with Jay-Z. These guys have gone to the next level. When you think about it, a lot of people debate Master P's net worth. It says P's worth roughly about $250 million. Well, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, no, there's no possible way. How can he be worth $200 million? And I know what he did back in the day. I realize that. But that was a long time ago. P ain't put out no music in a long time. He got a divorce. His wife, she didn't walk away with, with nothing. P got a lot of kids. Now, at this point, they're pretty much grown. But at the same time, I do understand how a person would be like, I don't know, P, man. It's maybe a little, over-exaggerated. It's maybe cap. It's maybe, Urban Dictionary for you all that don't know what cap means. Essentially, it's the same thing as a lie. Exaggerated. Blown out of proportion. I don't know if P's worth $250 million. It's not my business. I don't care. I don't care what he's worth. I know he's successful. But when you think about Forbes, I would say that they do their due diligence. They're not just going to come out with a figure and say, yeah, this guy's worth this and that guy's worth that. No. They're going to do their due diligence. So evidently, the guy still has some money. Even if he's not worth 250, he's worth 100. He's worth 125. He's worth 75, 80. We look at that as though we look at what, oh man, Diddy's worth $1 billion. Kanye's worth $1 billion. But see, there's levels to it and there's differences. Yeah, you're worth that right now. P's money is like I said, it's straight from the mud, man. He didn't have any people at the top that, come on, man, come with us. You do this, and we're gonna bring you with us. Not Pete, not Birdman. You don't see these guys hanging out. Now, you have seen Birdman with certain celebrities back in the day, but he's another one that keeps a very tight circle. The people that he came up with are the people that he's still with to this day. You'll never see them with anybody else but their family and they people that they came, they came up with. So I just wanted to kind of, throw that out there. Like I said, give P his flowers. His time's gonna come. I guarantee you, his time's gonna come. He just didn't play the game like everybody else played. I was watching a No Limit reunion tour that he was having. And I believe this was last year in 23. It could have been 22. But for some reason, 23 is kind of standing out in my mind. And he was in Atlanta. And he brought out Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat was a special guest. And he brought out Keith Sweat. So Keith Sweat, he's singing this song is, Make It Last Forever or whatever. He's rocking on the stage. He's rocking the crowd. P standing beside him. So Keith Sweat kind of, they were kind of close to each other, right? Keith Sweat puts his arms around P and he's singing a song. Your touch is wonderful. Your love. He's singing the verse. If you are not familiar, go look up Keith Sweat if you care to look him up. Make It Last Forever. So as he's singing the song, P's pulling away from him, but he's doing it in a professional manner. Like, P's not like, man, get up off of me, man. But P is, he's kind of pulling away. Like, you're going to be singing your song, but you can't be singing your song with your arm around me. So I pick up on stuff like that. And I just thought that it was so funny because P appears he don't play no games. You're never going to be able to put him in a box. You're never going to be able to put him in oh, man, you was at this party. You was doing this. You was with this person. No. You can't do that. Because he never, ever played the game. So, yeah, these guys catapulted past him as far as net worth. But guess what? Realest hustler in the game, man. P gets more respect than any of them dudes. Any of them dudes. He goes back and feeds the homeless. He works with the elderly, the kids. Like I said, man, I don't agree with everything he does, no hate, but pay them people you owe them, man. Pay them people, man. You talk about you a godly man, you a man of the Bible, man. Pay them people. I don't care if it's 25 years later. Pay them, make it right. Take them on tour. If you don't want to come out your pocket, take them on tour, man. You know what you did. Make it right with them. So I don't agree with certain things. Beats by the pound and all that. Make it right. Everybody ain't saying the same thing just to be saying it. Make it right. Do the right thing. You always talk about, man, you about doing the right thing. Well, do the right thing about or towards the people that you genuinely owe. The people that you maybe didn't do right at one point. We all make mistakes, but you evolve. That's the important thing. You evolve, you grow. Listen, man, I could have handled some things differently. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take you on tour. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I'm going to put some money in your pocket. You can't just be stubborn your whole life, man. You can't be militant your entire life, man. You got to understand and look at yourself in the mirror as well and say, man, it's not everybody else. It's partially me. It don't matter how successful you are. You are successful, but it don't mean that you're never wrong. God just bless you with a talent and you worked and you got it. But at the same time, I'm not a yes man. So I have to say, okay, I respect this about you, but this over here, I still respect you, but I don't like this over here. I don't like how you try to shame your wife. I don't like how you try to shame little Romeo. Everybody's not lying, man. But, you know, I don't want to go too far left with the situation. P never played a game. He did a song with Jay-Z before, way back in the day. Him and his little brother, Silk the Shocker. You know, he did songs with other celebrities, and you really didn't even see him doing that too much. It was just that at that time, No Limit was so hot, everybody wanted to do something with the Tank. Everybody. Try to drink some water. There's no water in here. Got to keep it real, man. But everybody wanted to do a Tank, you know, do a song with the Tank back in the 90s, the early 2000s. The very, very early 2000s. Cash Money came along and, you know, the rest is history. But I think that you'll see P come up real soon with the cereal. I think that they're on to something. And I think that once he gets his foot back in the door, then boom, this will take off for him. That'll take off for him, and he's gonna rise. Nobody's ever done it in the music industry the way he did it. Well, Cash Money, look at, yeah, no slight, no knock on Cash Money, but they didn't do it the way P did it. P was straight independent, man. Straight independent, grabbing dudes out the hood, man. Look, man, come on, I'm gonna buy you a car, buy your house, put this album out, feature Master P on 3 songs. The song was at minimum going gold, and he gets 85% of that. Back then, CDs was $20 a CD because he's putting out double disc. $20 a CD. He probably sold the CDs to the company that was selling the CDs, like a Walmart or something like that. I don't know, $10, $12. Then they boosted it up to 20 because they got to make a profit off of it. So maybe not Walmart, but to the mom and pop stores and, you know, everybody that was selling CDs back then. He's getting about $8, $8.50 off each CD that he sells. So I just went gold at $8 a piece. Was that $4 million I done just made on a CD that I just made, or that we just made? I don't know, in 3 or 4 days, a week. Made $4 million. Couple $100,000 in promotion, if that. Couple $100,000 in promotion. I done gave y'all $100,000 worth of cars and money and jewelry or whatever, and the company keeps the rest. Genius, man. Wasn't nobody doing it like that before P was doing it. Nobody. Maybe Death Row, but Suge wasn't really doing it the way P was doing it. Snoop said it. There was no money in rap before Master P entered the scene. Snoop said it. There was no money in rap until Master P came onto the scene. Death Row was already before P. But hey, what do I know? I'm just simply saying salute, shout out to P. Your turn's definitely coming. And you know, he just stayed away from the Hollywood parties. He stayed away from the crowd. He stayed away from all of the things that will get you caught up in the industry as though like he knew. He knew way back then, like, nah, I don't do this. And he never speaks on nobody. He don't speak bad about Diddy. He don't speak bad about Jay-Z. He don't, just think of all the things that P really knows in the industry, about the industry. He's showing us better than he can tell us because he's staying away from it. But at the same time, that don't take away from what he genuinely knows about that Hollywood industry. Once again, man, shout out to Master P, No Limit Soldiers. Y'all saying that P's broke. How can a man be broke when he's still going on tour, selling out 20,000 seat arenas? And he barely even goes on tour. I think that he does that more so to, you know, put a little bag in his pocket from, you know, time to time, but yet help out the other people. The Mia X's, the Max, the, you know, Mr. Servon, the Fiends, Crazy. You know, all the people that's, you know, Mercedes, all the people that's still rocking with him, his brother Silk. P don't need that money, man. Because if he did, you would see him on tour way more than what he goes on tour. And I'm quite sure he's his own promoter. He's writing his own checks. Mystical when he was out. And for you all that's saying that P turned his back on C Murder, I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know C Murder. I don't know. But I would say this in closing. How the preachers, the black churches anyway. In closing, they let you know that the sermon's about to be over with. Get your wallets out. We about to pass this basket around. Well, whatever. I don't even talk about that right now. But I don't think P's forgotten about his brother C Murder. I just think P does things in a different manner. He didn't like when Kim Kardashian and Monica made it public that they're helping C Murder, because P don't really deal with other celebrities like that. Nah, he's probably trying to deal with the governor. He's probably trying to deal with the people that can get him to the governor. President can't pardon C Murder. If Obama at the time was the president, P was the first person to ever donate and endorse Obama. You best believe that if Obama could have pardoned C Murder, he would have been out. You can only pardon federal inmates if you a president, not state inmates. C Murder's a state inmate. But you best believe that P's trying to work his magic. He's trying to make the right contacts, the right connects with people, but we just don't see it, and he doesn't announce it. So because he doesn't announce it, and they're not following each other on Instagram, and, oh man, P turned his back on his brother. Nah, I seriously doubt that. He just understands that it's a little bit deeper in Louisiana. And Kim Kardashian, I appreciate you, but you can't get my brother out. I got to make the right connects. I got to make the right contacts with these individuals that can really, really make something shake, really, really make something happen. And we're going to get him out that way. Celebrities can't get him out. You ain't seen Jay-Z speak up, P. Diddy speak up, Dr. Dre speak up, Birdman. You ain't heard none of these guys speak up in C Murder's behalf. So P's going a different route. Guarantee you, man. I guarantee you. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this motherfucking heat, you're amongst the first to receive. Shout out to Master P once again for not getting down, playing the game, getting dirty, getting in the mud. He got it out the mud, but he didn't go back to the mud, and you get the gist of what I'm saying. And shout out to C Murder, man.